Here. What's goody team? What's goody team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for November 11th. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. November 6th, 2025. November 11th. Yeah, man, I'm faded. It's crazy work out of me. What the? Year. We're good, Kendall. Alright, team, we ready to get started? Let me know. Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over today, let me know. If not, we're just going to be going over the 30-minute time frame. As you guys know, it's already Thursday going into Friday. Friday usually I don't really trade. So we're just going to be looking at the 30-minute time frame, see if there's any continuations, and then we'll go on from there. Again, guys, let me know any questions in the chat. Let's get started, man. Bro, I was asking y'all a question, bro. Ain't nobody said nothing. Don't rush me. Man, David Dobrik got a fucking kangaroo inside his house. That fact. So I'm trying to be like that. Oh, now you want me to go over here? Nah, I'm gonna hurry up and finish when I want to finish. How about that? I'm gonna look at what I want to look at. Alright, so again, just gonna be going over the 30-minute time frame. Look for any continuations, and if we gotta update our 30-minute highs and lows, then we'll do that as well. But if not, it'll be a pretty quick session. We'll go over the pairs that Kendall just said in the chat. ACAT just moving sideways for this week. EA gave us a change of character. It gave us a break of structure. Came up and filled that gap at the top of the market that we were looking for. So unfortunately, price already gave us the move that we wanted to look for the week. For ECAD, we have 2 days of rise. Perfect. Could be looking for a little 372. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price gave us a change of character. Higher high, higher low, and then higher high to the top side. Price is doing exactly what it needs to be doing. EURUSD. Lower low, lower high. And price gave us lower low. Lower high, lower low, lower high. Low, lower high. Lower low. Right, and it gave us these lows down here in this high, and it gave us a change of character to the top side. Higher high. We know we're trading between these 30-minute lows down here, and then the highs over here. We got 2 days of rise on the third day. Already gave us that third day push. Nothing yet. Again, for me personally, I'm still looking for lower pushes to the bottom side. Right, we're pretty much still trading on a daily and a 4-hour time frame uptrend. Price going from a higher high into a higher low, and we're just looking for that higher low to be set. Right. We know that yesterday price gave us a lower low. Price is pretty much just giving us a pullback in the lower time frame. So nothing really to talk about here. We have a change of character, but that's pretty much it. We have the 800 EMA here at the highs. Again, this is a pair where I'm looking at this more on the daily time frame than anything else. I'll be looking for a steeper pullback. Price to give us another low somewhere in these areas before we go up. So for GA, Price gave us a day of rise, still trading between the previous lower lows and lower highs as well. No continuations for now. GCAD gave us 2 days of rise. Previously, we were trading between the previous lower lows and lower highs as well. I'm not going to be messing with none of this. GJ just moving sideways. To go over what Candle said, even though we went over it this morning. You know, he saw a type 1 pattern. I don't know where he saw a type 1 pattern in a downtrend. But again, this was just pretty much like 1 minute structure, 1 minute time frame moves. Price gave you the high, right, low, high, then gave you a change of character, lower low, lower high, lower low, break of structure, lower high. That's it. It was an inducement at the top of the zone of consolidation. After it gave you the inducement, you go to the 1 minute, 5 minute time frame. Right, and that's pretty much it. You took a trade from the top of the zone of consolidation back down to the bottom of the zone of consolidation. Right, you had the change of character, you had the break of structure, you had the retest. Boom, on the retest, back down to the bottom of the zone of consolidation. Right, and again, you were in a zone of consolidation where we already knew what the deal was. Is there something like a specific you want me to go over? Like, would you have pulled that trade? Would you have pulled the trade when price gave that huge exhaustion work or trusted that STP would have been hit? Would you have pulled the trade when price gave that huge exhaustion work or trusted the STP would be hit? Well, in this case, you know, I'm looking at the candles, right? Because the number one thing, right? The number one thing is just very simple. Would I have taken this trade? No, I wouldn't have. And let's go to the reasons why. Right? Daily time frame. Right? And you got to think about it. STP. What do we know about STP? Right? STP is a tool that we trade. It is a tool that we use when we trade going with the trend. Going counter trend, STP doesn't have to be hit. Right? Going counter trend, ADR doesn't have to be hit. So that's the number one thing you really have to put in account. Would I have taken that trade to begin with? No. That's number one. Number two, if I would have taken that trade, which again I wouldn't have because we're still in a zone of consolidation, I'm looking to target what? Right? Because before you took the trade, let's go back to the 30. Before you took the trade, before the entry was given, did price give us a break at the bottom of the zone of consolidation? No. Right? When price gave us the entry before that, it gave us an exhaustion candle. So if I would have taken this trade, I would have just been targeting from the top of the zone of consolidation back down to the bottom. That's the number one thing. Now, if price would have given us a break of the lows and it wouldn't have been an exhaustion candle and it gave us a break and a retest and then we got in on the retest to continue the push to the bottom, completely different story. Right? But the number one thing, we're trading counter trend because it is a pair that's still in an overall uptrend. We're in a zone of consolidation. We had an exhaustion candle at the lows. Like, there was really zero confirmation for me to take this trade. Now, again, it wasn't a bad trade. Right? You waited for the change. You waited for the break. You waited for price to give us, you know, you thought that it was a type 1 pattern. But again, realistically speaking, it was just an inducement. Right? Once you got the inducement, price goes back down to the bottom. So again, there's nothing wrong with the trade. But again, would I have taken the trade? No. Would I have targeted STP? No. And again, I wouldn't have targeted STP because we're moving counter trend. Previous to my entry, we had an exhaustion candle. So I would have just been targeting, you know, price going back down to the bottom of the zone of consolidation. That's all I would have been targeting for GJ. There was really nothing else on that pair. 2 days of rise on GU, but we're still trading lower lows and lower highs. NZD USD, we're still making lower lows and lower highs as well. Below the 4-hour low, but we'll just go ahead and keep this how it is, and we'll update this tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We'll update it this weekend during the weekly market breakdown. US 30 gave us another lower low, lower high. Trading between this lower high over here. USD CAD is another one I'm not really going to be trading. And we'll update this chart during the weekly market breakdown as well. Similar to USD ZAR, we'll update this weekend. 2 days of counter drop. Gold, we have 2 days of rise. Could we expect a third day? Could be given. Could be an interesting pair to keep an eye on. Bitcoin gave us a day of drop, and then oil gave us a 372. On the third day, gave us a third day low and finished on a no net. Right, on top of the no net, we had a change of character, we had a break of structure. We had to break below the 800 as well. Right, we had push 1, push 2. Technically, this is push number 3 as well, but we are below the 800. I do like where we're at. Again, daily time frame would like to be on a higher pullback. But I like the fact that last week we had a week of drop. Actually, I think we might need to update that. Yeah, we're on a no net. Fuck. Alright. Alright, so we have no continuations on the 4-hour. But I like where we're at. We have 3 days of drop, third day drop, no net. You know, we had a lower low point. So now we're trading between these lower highs over here and these lower lows. Let's try to look on a higher time frame. Do we have any engulfing candles? We had green, green, red, tapped into it. Then we have green, green, red, and we're tapping into it now. Let's see if we have every bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, bottom wick. But we have no top wick for this green candle here. So this is not a valid engulfing candle. On the 4-hour, and then on the 1-hour, no engulfing candles here either. And then on the 30-minute, we have nothing here either. And then on the 15, nothing on the 15. And when we look at structure on the 5-minute, structure looks good. No engulfing candles. So we'll be keeping an eye on this pretty much on the 30-minute. This is going to be an interesting pair to keep an eye on. It's going to be an interesting one. That's pretty much it, guys. Any other questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, we'll be back again tomorrow morning. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if there's anything to trade in the morning. If not, then we'll be back again in the weekend for the weekly market breakdown. Going into tomorrow, there's no news for tomorrow. We have CAD news at 8:30 in the morning, and that's pretty much it. Going into next week, there's a bank holiday. I believe is Memorial Day? I don't know. Veterans Day? Some shit like that. What month are we in? We're in November, so it gotta be Veterans Day or something. Let me click on it. Yeah, bank holiday, click. Yeah, Veterans Day. So, Tuesday, shouldn't be really expecting anything too crazy. Wednesday, there's no news. Thursday, there's news at all day. It doesn't have a time for it. And then Friday there's news as well all day. So we'll come back. We'll see what happened. NFP tomorrow? No, there's not. This NFP was today, no? Or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. NFP hasn't been on Fridays in a very long time. Yeah, there's no NFP tomorrow, you fucking liar. NFPs haven't been on Fridays in months. Long ass time. Oh, remember the government shutdown affects all the dates. NFP was yesterday though. But alright guys. Once again, any other questions, let me know. Give everybody another minute in the chat. Alright team, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Peace out.